Brocky, keep talking about whiskey and kicks.
Shoot. Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. I love it when the plan comes together.
Bro, you telling me?
You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's your boy Brocky, man. Whiskey and Kicks. Sipping with Brocky, another episode in the books here. We just started off, but we already in the books, man.
Right, yeah.
It's done. My boy Mayo's in the building. What's good, homie?
You, man. What's happening, man?
Hey, man.
I appreciate the invite. I finally get to sit on the couch, get to sip a little bit with my bro. I mean, you know, it's been we already done some things before, but I get the official invite to the couch. I feel like the couch, man. I feel like it's the inauguration. I feel like I'm included in the club now.
Right.
You don't have some heavy hitters here. So.
Hey, man, we try to do something every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But let's pour this whiskey, man.
Facts. What we got?
We got Little Book, the 2019 offering.
Okay.
Of Little Book. I don't tap into this a whole lot.
I see. I feel privileged now.
You've never had it?
I haven't had this.
Look at that glow, baby. We're gonna do something. Let me see. You know, I'm too old to be trying to wing this.
Go ahead, put the readers.
Go ahead, and put the readers on real quick.
I'm still like, I'm not doing it yet. I'm gonna have to, but I'm not,
Yeah, I gotta do it, baby. 122.6 proof.
Okay.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. And you've had Booker's, so
I have.
You know about those distillers. Yeah, that's good for now.
Man.
If you want more, just let me know, homie.
Listen, man, we good. We can start right here.
If you want something else, let me know. You know I got the bar downstairs. You saw that.
I saw that. I was like, hold up, let me step my game up. This man's bar is official. I walked in, I'm like, hold up. Like, as soon as I walked in, I was like, that's what greeted me was, I'm like, yo,
salute. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, man. Salute, G.
Cheers.
Yes, sir.
It's funky.
Yes, sir.
No, Booker's itself.
Ooh.
Yeah, Booker's itself is already. It's more on the harsh side. Like it's a whiskey drinker's whiskey.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to be one who appreciates. One is high proof.
Yeah.
I remember my first bottle of Booker's I got, right? And I was just like, oh, I'm loving this. I forgot which one it was, right? I bought it off the Humble. Right? I hit this liquor store and I was talking to this guy and he was like, oh, no, what kicked it, let me step back for a minute. Me and my wife went out to dinner one night at the spot in Annapolis. They closed now, I ain't gonna tell you the name of the restaurant. We sat at the bar. And the spot had, you can get like a plate of bacon and you can pair that with a whiskey.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yo.
Plate of bacon.
Listen. And we're not talking about just like regular, it wasn't no turkey. No offense to anybody who eat turkey bacon.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
I don't eat turkey bacon. To me, that's not bacon, right?
You one of those? Man?
I'm one of those. Turkey bacon is not bacon, all right? I'm going to stand on that 10 toes down. That's how we going to do that. Man, we in the bartender, right? I saw it on the menu. I ordered the bacon. I was like, yo. I said, man, my man, what would you pair with this? Trying to get some, insight what they had. So he pulled out the Booker's. Pour me a nice, neat with Booker's. Drink it how you drink it. All right, man.
Yeah.
I was in heaven for like the next hour, bro.
Yeah. Booker's is not. I've never actually owned it, but I've had it multiple times. And this Little Book. The reason why we're talking about Booker's is because this is his son that comes out with the Little Book stuff. And man, I love the stuff. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful bourbon. I have 2 offerings. I think the first year was like 17 or 18, and this is a 19. So.
Yeah, it's definitely in there. I love with them, they're consistent.
Yeah.
It's such a consistency with the flavor profile, just the quality. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those that this ain't my everyday sipper. This is something I'm going to pull out for on occasions if I'm celebrating, or, you got good friends coming along, and I feel like, I might be a good friend.
Break it out.
Because he brought out that Little Book. So I feel, that's how I feel,
It's love, man. You know what I'm saying? And plus the presentation, right?
Right.
With the little glass on the box. What's good with you, though, man? What you been up to, son?
Oh, man. You know what, man?
I've been hearing things in the streets.
Oh, come on, man. I told you, you cannot believe. Bro, all right, step back. We both New Yorkers. So you know you cannot believe everything you hear in the street.
I ain't say I believe them now. I just say I've been hearing things.
Yeah,
you know
man.
Come on the show to clear the air.
All right, so what have you heard?
I hear you dabbling in the bartending game these days.
Oh man. All right, so I can't say dabbling, right? Because that would be a high offense, right? So, all right, I have jumped in.
And pardon the shades, man.
No, you good, bro.
Right here, so
you good. I take listen. You shining, baby. So I don't take no offense to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually did start a gig, not bartending, bar backing now.
Okay, yeah.
There's levels to this game, right?
No doubt. And that is what I was told.
Yeah, it's levels to this. I'm bar backing, and so you got to understand, right? Some of the bartenders that we're friends with,
yes,
in the city are major heavy hitters.
Yes,
and
very talented people, man.
Very talented. Like we're talking about top of the game, and so I feel fortunate that I reached. So here's the thing. I had already. I'm at Serenata in DC, right? Which is in the Union Market area. So AJ Johnson, AJ Johnson, who's the beverage director, her and I've been friends, and we were already doing work for them as photographers. So if you go to the IG page, most of the cocktail photos, we did those, right? So already had a relationship with them. So as things open up from the pandemic, from DC opening back up, she had positions open. And I'd already been contemplating jumping into full force into the hospitality industry.
Yeah.
One, because as a photographer, I really wanted to get now that behind the scenes feel, understanding. You understand what I'm saying?
Damn, man, yeah.
Yeah.
See,
So
you hear the level of the depth is what I'm trying to say that you have to go to really perfect your craft.
Yeah.
So it's still photography based.
It's still photography. So for me, everything is around photography.
Yeah.
And that's just because of how I view the world is as a photographer. Like right now, where we are, I'm looking around me and I'm seeing things that's an image to me, that's a photo to me that I would create, that I would make. So, and jumping into now behind the stick, behind the bar aspect, it's now to get a fuller understanding, right? I'm working.
We outside.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm working in the industry from one aspect, and then it's going to help me, I feel, really capture the essence of cocktails, of bartenders even more in a deeper level. So that's, you know how we are, man. It's a strategy to everything.
Yeah, no doubt. That's dope, man. That's but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, while that's your intention, it's driven by the photography, you're still gaining a lot of, the purpose is to gain knowledge, but you're gaining knowledge that could work for you into actually, you never know, man. You might turn a corner and all of a sudden I see you over there with the,
that's already started though. Listen. I gotta explain something to you, bro. Like let's keep it a buck, right? I strategically went to a person that I knew I would learn from.
Yeah.
And with AJ, she's not gonna keep you at one particular level.
Okay.
I said I would be a bar back, but I already knew in her mind. You say that, and I had already, you already been dabbling. I took WSET level 1 for spirits, passed that joint. You know what I'm saying? Get ready to do level 2.
Yeah.
So, it was already interesting anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, I'm beginning to start doing a little shaking and things like that, and
it's dope. I remember the first time, going out, I got out, I interviewed bartenders and stuff, right? And it was like, I had my producer, she's like, I need you to go behind the bar and stand in the spot where the bartenders are going to be standing because they're off doing something.
Right.
And I got behind the bar, and I swear, man, I shrunk. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yes, sir.
Like, I couldn't imagine being there when it's open, moving, a lot of people come in and having to do that. But and they just said, like anything else, you just get a rhythm, you get used to it over time and whatnot, and then it just becomes second nature. But it just gave me a lot of respect for what those guys do.
It's amazing, and I had already had the respect from the creative aspect.
Yeah.
Because of, when you really talk with them and be around them and just have that relationship and understand how they craft these different cocktails, the stories behind the cocktails, you know, I'm like, yo, what is your mindset when you want to how you're pairing?
Yeah, it's fascinating.
It's crazy, bro.
They come up with syrups and potions and all types of that I wouldn't even have thought of.
Freaking like, alchemy up in this joint.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like shout out to you know Glendon over at Service Bar.
Yeah, that's my man. I love him.
Like the stuff that they doing over there, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy some of the stuff that they come up with.
All right, let me clear. It's not when I say my man, it's meaning like I know I've met Glendon through AJ. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's like,
I mean, well, he's a good dude though. So it's kind of like it's easy to be like, that's the homie right there.
Yeah, he is definitely.
Like, we don't talk and shit like that, but that's the homie.
Yeah. But if I go to Service Bar and he's there, he's gonna greet me and be like, show me love, and I'm gonna be like, yo,
but
Glendon, come on, man. We already talked, man. Let's go, man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I was messing with. He came through Serenata a couple weeks ago. Him and like some other folks, and I was like, what's up, man? When you gonna have me over there? Like, what's the deal? He was like, we gotta talk. I'm constantly, I'm gonna put the bug in your ear, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna edit this little clip and put it out and tag that.
Right. We was talking. No, it is the creativity, and I think that's one of the things that like really drew me. Is so you're creative. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you're. All right, let me stop for a minute, because shout out to Brocky before dopest writers. Let's just put it out there.
Oh man.
Like your pen game, like your pen game is phenomenal. And it's like it don't have to, and here's the thing, when you think about writers, it doesn't have to be exhaustive and like long, whatever. Bro, you can take a short, long, whatever you need to do, but it's like your approach is phenomenal.
Appreciate it.
As a creative, you recognize other creatives. Yeah. No matter what it is. It could be a painter, it could be a musician, right? Bartenders are creatives. Yes. So you can appreciate, and it's like your creative juices, you understand what I mean? Will get drawn to that.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, look, this is not about me at all, but it is crazy. Like,
I'm on your couch, bro. Let's go.
You know, it's crazy. Like, I see art in everything. You know what I mean? So whoever came up with this rooftop right here, like, this is their art, and you can't tell me otherwise. So I've been in a debate with my man Mackenzie Conway over at Buchert's. We had the episode out right now. And you know, he's like, he don't look at it as art, but he's a humble dude. He looks at it as a trade. Bartending itself is a trade, but what you guys are creating is art.
And I get what he's saying in a sense, from being, humble, the humility aspect, and just. And it's like us as creatives, it's like, nah, bro. The everyday Joe is not going to think on your level about how to craft spirit, citrus, sugar, liqueur. You understand? Cordials, right? Nobody's going to think about that. Not the everyday Joe. They're going to be like, yo, give me a shot, son. All right.
Right. And that's cool.
There's nothing wrong with shots.
Go for it.
There's nothing wrong with that, because we do shots. We'll do a shot every now and then. Nothing wrong with that. It's when you take it to that level of. Here's the thing, right? So, I consider myself like forever a student. And I think that at my age, some people might think at my age, like, yo, you should be done learning. Man, I'm gonna stop learning when I hit 6 feet deep.
There you go.
You know, and then when I'm in the eternal, then I'm probably still learning about whatever.
How about that?
You know what I'm saying? So in this, I got cats who are younger than me teaching me about bartending. And for me, that's dope, because it's like breaking things down. They've been in it longer. I might be older, but they've been in the game longer.
It doesn't matter.
Now you coming in my arena on the things that I'm an expert on. I ain't gonna put out there. We'll just talk about photography. But there's some other areas that I'm, proficient in. Then it's my show. But other than that, when I'm in their arena,
you gotta respect it.
I respect it. And that right there is the dope thing, because I'm able to absorb from them, keep my mind sharp, and glean from them. like how to really approach balancing a craft cocktail.
No doubt.
That's why they're creatives. That's why they're artists. Because if you get a cocktail and they tell you, let's say mezcal, you know mezcal is got that smoky. It comes through. It can really.
It's temperamental. Yeah, you got to know how to mix mezcal.
Facts. Now you come through. Y'all come through Serenata. I'm gonna big up Serenata because that's where I'm at, and get a French Kiss Jalisco. You not even gonna taste it.
Straight up.
Like when I go to a spot and you tell me I see what's in it, and I'm tasting it, and I can't, I know it's there, whatever the spirit is, but you've blended it so masterfully. Come on, man.
You gotta respect that.
I have
Especially
to respect
with
that.
Something like a mezcal, which is gonna pierce through almost anything because of the smokiness aspect of it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's something. Your love for whiskey, though, man. Where did that? I know I wrote about you, so some of them already know. But for some people, they're gonna get their information through reading. Some of them get an individual aspect. So tell people, how'd you get into whiskey?
Oh man, and shout out to that article in VIP Alexandria, because that was a dope article.
Appreciate it.
And you actually the first person who wrote about me.
Hey.
I've never had an article written about me. I don't trip off of that because I'm just like out here creating. The fact that you reached out to me, so
Yeah, people need to know, man.
Yeah, man, that was like the inaugural. That was like the first piece, and I was like, yo, you like literally you set that on fire.
Appreciate that.
So how'd I get into whiskey? Oh man, it's I wouldn't say it's weird. I think it was. I'm not even gonna say it's by accident. Actually, going back to that story I was telling you about, it was more about like going to these restaurants and really wanting to find something I could just kind of sip on. Because it was actually a period for about 10-15 years I didn't drink.
Oh wow, okay.
Like I had stopped drinking. So 17 to 24, I was wilding out. I was in the army. I was wilding out. You know what I'm saying? Then I met my wife, and I got to a place. I was like, I'm gonna stop drinking. So I stopped for like 10-15 years.
Wow,
maybe. Like it was like I hadn't really drank, and then I got to a point I was like, yo, red wine is cool. Like red wine is definitely cool. Shout out to Chicks on the Scene, Trina's, Shout out to Chicks on the Scene, Trina. I was drinking red wine. I still love red wine, all right? Even though we talk whiskey, but I love red wine. Now she knows, and I'm not, she's going to be on me about this. She's going to be on me about this. You said that you love red wine, so I'm going to stand 10 toes down on it. So I started back, I was like, yo, red wine is cool. I need something just, sometimes just relax. So I started drinking red wine, blah, blah, blah. That escalates a little bit. So how I got into whiskey was just, I don't know, man. I think it was more of accident. I wasn't really a heavy gin drinker, probably because of my military days when I was in the army. Come on,
yes,
man.
Gin was my major spirit when I was in the Air Force.
Yeah, so, I wasn't leaning. Yeah, and vodka was vodka.
You said gin now, though, right? Or no?
I do. Okay. Yeah, I do. I love gin. I love gin cocktails. I do love. In matter of fact, thank you for turning me on to the Botanist, because that's a definitely delicious gin.
Yeah, it's a good gin.
Getting into whiskey was kind of like, I started off like sipping on Basil Hayden's, I think what a lot of people might do. And seriously, it was just like
Basil Hayden is kind of like an introductory whiskey for me. Like when someone doesn't drink whiskey like that, and I want to introduce them to Basil Hayden's, is an easy way to do it.
And so it was like, I was like, yo, it's the 8 year. This is delicious. I like it, and it actually was good, And then I don't know, man. I just kind of started. It's weird because it just kind of progressed gradually. That I was never really a Jack Daniels type guy. Uncle Nearest was really just starting to
bubble a little bit.
Starting to bubble, right? And what drew me to Uncle Nearest was because of the story.
Yep.
Black owned. I'm seeing Fawn Weaver. I'm seeing Kevin. I'm like, yo, this is dope. Oh yeah, okay. So started, buying that, and it really just started gradual. Just like this was my choice.
It's been a couple years or so.
Yeah, it was just kind of like gradually my choice. I got a box. I bought that is a box. I I stumbled upon Booker's. Going back to the story, I stopped in a liquor store, asked this guy about, yo, I need a good bourbon, kind of sip on to have. He recommended Booker's. I didn't know what I was getting. I didn't realize it was like a top shelf.
Yeah,
but the price was like, it was like
really good bourbon, man.
This was like way down in the country, and the price was phenomenal. I was like, come on, let's rock
like
with
$40 or something.
It was like 60.
60, okay.
But it was like, I had to show it to you, man. I was like, yo, it wasn't even Little Book, it was Booker's. And I was like, let's get it, okay. And I was like, yo, this is good. And didn't really understand flavor profile, didn't really understand about why I liked it. It was just more of, you know, people say, don't say bourbon smooth. You understand? You gotta identify the flavor profile.
Yeah, you gotta dig deeper than that.
Yeah, so it was like the caramel, you know what I'm saying? The chocolate flavor, the spice that was with it. You understand what I mean? So I was like, yo, and then it just kind of snowballed. And how it snowballed was when I started to, when I got introduced to the bartenders that we know. Yeah. And then that really snowballed because being around them, talking with them. Yeah. Danae Jones, who was one of the members of Chocolate City's Best.
Yeah. Got an episode coming out.
Yeah. So Danae is, in my book, like the company she works for, I go to her and be like, yo, let's talk. And she'll break down flavor profiles and, you know, char levels on the oak. And I'm just like, wait, what? And so talking with her, talking with AJ, talking with Mike Holiday, Capri, you know what I'm saying? Like Frank Mills. I mean, all these people you know, like folks. Talking with them about just, and understand flavor profiles. So then I just started to kind of like, let me start buying. And I just started buying bottles, doing, you know, taste testing, and just find out what I like about it, what I don't like about it. And I'm not nowhere near the connoisseur as you, right? I don't know all history. Like, you know,
I'm not quite there either.
Man, you know, Hood Sommelier Jack.
Yeah.
You watch Jack, man. Jack be breaking everything down. I'm like, dude.
He's a whiskey nerd.
He is. And so I'm not.
He was on the show. Now,
roll back. The first person in the industry that I met is Tracy Franklin.
Oh, Tracy's dope, man. She has the best energy, man.
Dude. Tracy, and I was never a Scotch drinker. She converted me to be a Scotch drinker and to appreciate Scotch.
Yeah. Scotch is fantastic.
It is.
I mean, I'm a bourbon. Bourbon is my first love. Yeah. You know, as far as whiskey's concerned. Yeah. That is my love. Bourbon. I love bourbon to death, but I appreciate some Scotch, man.
Yeah. It's wild because it's like some people like, because I know you love gin, you love bourbon. Yep. I think I love whiskey, whether it's Irish, whether it's Japanese, whether it's Scotch, whether it's bourbon, whether it's rye. Like, I realize it is something about each one of those
that you like,
that I like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get characteristics in an Irish whiskey that you're not gonna get in a bourbon, or I only one I probably wasn't the biggest fan of so far is Canadian whiskey. It's a little watery for me, but that's just been my experience with the few that I've had. I've had some Canadian whiskey that I really like too, but it's nothing like this. Bourbon is just so rich, like the flavors are just so prominent and stuff like that. So yeah, it's something to love about all those drinks, man. Japanese whiskey. Yeah,
and I haven't gone down the rabbit hole on Canadian whiskeys yet. I really haven't.
I got sent a bunch of them, and I honestly liked most of them. I liked them, but they didn't just blow me away like that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I liked them and whatnot, but it's
like, do I want to spend my money on it?
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily go out seeking those.
That's not the first
couple of them maybe, but it's all good. But bourbon, man, come on, man.
Yeah,
it rise like you can't.
I mean, and I think that's what it is. Like, it's funny because a lot of times as you start learning about history, the different, bourbons, the ryes and things like that, right? And then to understand, like, okay, this is how it was made, man. I'm telling you, what opened my mind up even more is when I took the WSET class, the WSET class, bro, because it's talking about the distillation process. It was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's the separation. Oh, that's why it tastes the way it does. That, man.
I need to get an honorary W. So I've been on so many damn distillery tours.
Yo, look, I have not done one yet.
You haven't done distillery tour
Man,
yet?
I need to.
Yeah, man.
I need to hit 1/8 up. If they, 1/8. I need to go there.
When they got a nice one. They got a nice. You been there yet?
Yeah, I picked up when they did when they
The
dropped
Ball and Bond?
that one, and then and that's the 6-year anniversary joint, right? Because I got
I can't remember if it was a 6-year anniversary.
yeah, so they just had a 6-year anniversary, and they dropped. I think it was the Ball and Bond, but it was a 6-year anniversary joint they dropped, and I picked that.
I can't remember what that drop was. I got a bunch of their stuff downstairs, but they have a nice distillery.
Yeah.
And then you got Republic Restoratives.
Yeah.
Whatever, they got a nice distillery too.
First time I ran into them was the Tales of the Cocktail 2019.
Okay.
That was, and I recognized the logo. I was like, "Yo, y'all from DC?" She was like, "Yeah, we're." I was like, "Damn!" I felt like an idiot because I was just like, "Hold up,
New York Avenue."
Yeah, man. But it was like, yeah, and then chopping it up with them doing one of their events was real cool. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I need to re-engage with them. Those are my peoples over there. So
yeah,
we gotta do something over there. Republic Restoratives, holla at your boy Brocky. I know y'all love me, man. Come on.
Get with it. That's what's so dope, man. It's when like we have the bookers, we have Elijah Craig, we got Heaven's Hill, we got all these other different brands. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like you go some spots with the locals,
yes,
and that you have not heard about.
Yes,
I told you about the one I found in North Carolina.
What was the name of it?
Mystic Distillery.
Okay.
So here's the problem. We went down there for Memorial Day, I think it was. Friends of our family is in North Carolina. We got my wife's family, uncle is in North Carolina. So cousins took us to a distillery. I'm like, cool, I'm always up for it. I'm thinking, dude, I know that Rick House can fit up here.
Word.
But they allow you to go up in it. They got a tasting room. They do. We didn't do the tour, but I'm gonna tell you, when you're going to do the tastings,
word.
I came back with 3 bottles.
Straight up.
I had to. And it's from 3 different barrels.
They making their own stuff?
Yeah, right there on site. And I was just like, okay.
I gotta give them a lot of credit, man, because a lot of new places they source out, which is fine. You saying? You sourcing your juice and blending it, I'm perfectly fine with that. I love blended stuff and whatnot, but I definitely appreciate when some of the smaller places start making their own juice.
Yeah, and they right there, everything is right on site. And I was just like, okay, North Carolina. And I was like really, I'm not gonna say impressed. I was like, yo, this is dope that y'all are here.
Yeah. Because
every time I come down here, I'm gonna come here and pick up what you got.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, so I know you got a new barrel out. What's up?
Yeah, you gotta support those places, man. Like they doing some dope stuff. Yeah. And a lot of times, some of the smaller distilleries, the local joints, they're experimenting more in those places. Like look at the stuff that 1/8 is doing with the Untitled series,
dude,
which is what we almost had today.
Oh my gosh.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
you held out on me.
Yeah, it'll jump on you.
Yeah.
You go to the wrong pipe, you got a long evening ahead.
Right. Yeah. Resuscitate, son. Yo, clear. What's up?
You want a water drop, yo?
I'm good, baby.
You good?
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Mine might open up. You ever do a water drop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I told you, Tracy taught
you all that.
I gotta give you this story. Let me give you this story real quick. All right. So I was shooting an event. I'm gonna do a water drop.
All right, cool.
So I was shooting an event for Companion Center out in Alexandria, right? And they do this Taste of Scotland event every year.
Okay.
So the Taste of Scotland event for them is basically, it's their biggest donation event, and they have whiskey brands. All you do basically is food, and you hit the whiskey tables and do tastings.
Dope.
So I've been shooting for them for the past 3 years for this event. So of course, I'm loving it. Shout out to the Companion Center and what they're doing in Alexandria, because they're based right here in Alexandria. So the first year I shot, Tracy was doing a tasting this is when she was doing Glenfiddich. So she was doing a tasting for Glenfiddich, and she had like 3 tasting times. So I'm walking around, I go to the tables, I'm seeing, and at this time, this is when I was formulating the idea of really wanting to, we'll get to this, of a project of doing portraits of black bartenders.
Yeah.
So
that's what we
yeah. So I'm walking around, and every table I'm seeing non-black folks. I'm okay, cool, But then I see her, and they have the tasting in this main bar area, right? So her and I start talking because you know Tracy, right?
Yeah.
Tracy is very approachable, very personable, just a dope human being. So her and I start talking and things like that. She's like, listen, come by for the tasting, because this is what we're doing. So I went to the last one because I was done shooting for the night. Never really was a Scotch fan. Dude, I get in there and I'm watching this black woman school everybody in the room.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black Girl Magic, Black Woman Magic. I'm telling you right now. Listen, she ran down history. We had like 5 different scotches and she broke down each one.
Yeah.
Right? She broke down the best way how to get, when you do a water drop, what that's gonna do for it, how to smell it, how to really enjoy it, let it swirl around in your mouth a little bit, absorb that taste. And then she broke down the history of Glenfiddich.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
she retains all that stuff in her
bro,
mind.
I'm sitting there.
So I had Tracy on she wasn't on the show. She was on the show. We did a tasting with Bardstown. What is that thing called? The big box, the calendar.
Oh yeah, the Advent calendar.
The Advent
I remember that joint. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So the last sip,
I was mad I didn't get one, but go ahead. I was like living vicariously through you and Trina, man. Because I see you and Trina like, all right, what's the next one, babe? And I'm like this.
Yeah, she had the wine joint.
Hey, I'm at home. Hey, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you get back. I'm at home watching the IG joint like this. My bro got the Advent. I'm like, who got the Advent calendars, man? I need to listen. All the brands out there, Mayo to Media, on IG. Come Christmas time, I need at least 3 Advent calendars.
Yo, you gotta beat to get ahead of the game.
Man.
Careful what you ask for.
And listen, I don't care. I'm asking for it.
Yeah.
Listen,
it's better to have it and not want to finish it than to not have it at all.
Make sure I get one. Make sure Brocky get one. I know Trina drink wine, but make sure she get one also. Like, for real? All right, go ahead, man. Y'all was doing the Advent calendar. I'm sorry. That was a triggering moment, bro. I was like,
see, I didn't mean it.
No, it's okay, because I was loving it, but I'm like, and then y'all discussing it. I'm like, yo, I'm like this. Dang, all right.
And the beautiful part about it is that it wasn't just I love Bardstown to death.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just Bardstown. Every whiskey company that they associate with, they've done stuff with. So I learned a lot about a lot of brands. So the last bottle, Tracy and I decided to do a live thing and talk and break it down. And I learned a lot from her in that short amount of time. But what I realized about Tracy Franklin is that it doesn't matter that type of person that she is. It doesn't matter if it's whiskey or if it's architecture or if it's being a doctor, whatever. She's such a smart person, an intelligent person that she would excel in whatever you put her in front of. I can tell that just from that short amount of time of interacting with her.
Crazy.
She's crazy. Her brain is incredible, and her enthusiasm for it is just unmatched.
Exactly. Like she was, so she's in an initiative program with Jack and Uncle Nearest, right? That's public knowledge. So that's public knowledge. You can Google it and look it up.
She already been on the news.
Yeah, she been. Well, those photos I shot.
Dope. Look at this guy,
I'm sorry.
How we doing this, y'all?
Cause y'all had the Advent calendar, I had to throw it in, cause as the shirt say, I am the situation. But that's it,
right here, man.
Nah, no, real talk though. It is true though. Like, dude, her and I think one day we was kind of working on setting up the shoot, right? And I was like, yo, what you working on? No, what's going on? She's like, just studying like stuff for the distillery. She started talking about things, and I'm like this. Like, I'm a fairly intelligent person, right? I'm not, I'm not gonna never take that away from myself,
right?
Because I'm fairly intelligent. When she started talking about certain things, I was like this.
Yeah.
I was like, word? Okay. Let me go Google that term. Let me go Google that process. I'm not even going to hold you like, and she's just rattling stuff off.
Bang, 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 bang. Look, our little live session quickly turned into a dual tasting to, I'm here to learn from you.
Man.
You tell me.
In a heartbeat.
You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Tracy Franklin, man.
Yeah, man.
She's something special, man. For sure.
Yeah, that was
Uncle Nearest too, man. Shout out to Uncle Nearest.
Uncle Nearest, all of that, man. Because Uncle Nearest, what they're doing is
Vaughn Weaver, Kenny, you know what I'm saying? Kenny Burns and all that.
Yeah, man. I'm loving. And you know what I'm upset about? The fact that I couldn't get down there for the distillery opening. I'm like,
I don't even want to talk about it. I ain't gonna lie.
I was real close to doing. Calling Tracy and be like, yo, you need a photographer to go with you, right? I was real close to doing that, but I had a prior thing that I had to take care of.
I didn't know about it.
Dude, I've been tracking that for a minute.
I didn't know about it.
Man.
And I think partially because I took that long ass break and I was completely away from everything.
Yeah.
So I've been playing catch up with a lot of stuff and I just didn't know about it.
That was a good thing though. That was mental health though.
Yes, it was. Oh yeah, I don't regret it at all.
Yeah,
I was mad as shit that I wasn't down there.
Yeah.
Because I would have been there. You know what I mean?
I said I was like,
I had Kenny on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on the show before.
I saw that. I was just like, this dude, that's
Kenny,
why I said,
what's up?
Hold on. That's why I have
hit me.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Hey, Kenny Burns, you need to hit my man back. B, Burns is sat here. We talking legend. We talking about hip hop royalty. Let's keep it official.
Yes, indeed.
Like,
it's Kenny Burns, B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm on the couch. I'm like, you know, chilling. Like, but that's the thing that I'm loving about what's happening right now in the industry. Jackie Summers, right? Sorrell's is like Fawn has said, we're putting money into Jackie Summers. Sorrell's is back on the market. Like this is a legend in the game. This is a man who, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, is a pioneer. When we talk about black folks in the industry, what's crazy? So here's the thing. What's wild? Earlier today I was on with Brown and Balance. Josh Davis.
Yeah.
From Brown and Balance.
Brown and Balance. I did not watch on purpose because I knew we were doing this, and I can't have my creativity being influenced by other creators at a time like that. Go ahead.
So yeah, shout out to Josh, man. Brown and Balance, Campari, Lush Life, right? They actually had me and Christina on. My wife, who is not only my business partner, my best friend. She's the CEO of the company, so I work for her.
Dope.
Yeah. And it's like, I did this. I looked up Campari. Campari was started back in 1860, bro. And they have Campari. So many, I love Campari. They got so many brands.
They own Wild Turkey.
Dude, 1860.
That's crazy.
Let's stop for a minute. So now when we're seeing black folks jumping into the industry, I don't want to say jumping into, coming into the industry, like getting a foothold, or you know, like when I'm seeing what Fawn and Keith are doing at Uncle Nearest and that whole team, like to me, that's inspiration.
It is.
It's like serious inspiration,
big time. So
I'm like. And it's like, I don't want to say we're playing catch up. I'm not going to say anything like that. It's our time.
It is our time. Like when I started Whiskey and Kicks, I'm stepping out to these events, these tastings, so on and so forth. And many times I'm the only black person there. And if I'm not the only black person there, I'm the only black person on some hip hop shit there. Because I'm coming to your tasting just like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I might have my fitted on or my snapback or whatever it is, my sneakers, because that's my brand for one.
Of course.
And two, that's who I am.
Yep.
So I'm in the building. Like y'all gotta deal with that.
Yeah.
I'm here.
This is how it's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm gonna sip some whiskey, I'm gonna taste, and I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna you know, shake hands and all that stuff, kiss babies, and hug people and all that shit. I'm here, so yeah, and I'm not trying to play catch up.
Exactly.
I'm here.
Exactly.
Y'all gonna have to play catch up.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to the Shell Toes. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so I knew I was coming on with sipping with Brocky.
Hey,
right?
This guy needs his own show.
I was just saying, no. I knew I was coming on with this joint. No. So, you know, Whiskey and Kicks is a dope, is like your platform, right?
Yes.
The Shell Tops, though, like if you don't understand, if you know Shell Tops, you understand hip hop, and you know what the status of that. Now, I don't, you know, if you know me, what do I normally wear? If you remember,
You got Chucks and stuff.
I wear Chucks. I'm just saying. I had to pull out I had to pull out my red, black, and green joints. You know what I'm saying? I just had to pull out the red, black, and green. Now, granted, I know your shoe game is fire because I saw you on here with Torrance, and Torrance's shoe game is fire.
Yeah.
Right? I had to pull these out because of red, black, and green.
Stripes on the side, stars down the middle.
It's this.
I ain't mad at those at all.
These I had to do. I did this for us.
I appreciate it.
Now, I love shell ties. Actually, I love shell ties big time for the Adidas.
Yeah, man. This is my favorite sneaker. Not this particular one. But shell toes it's my favorite
so New York,
sneaker,
though.
It is, man.
That's
Come on, man.
This is the first time I've ever seen you.
Yeah, because I don't bring the shell toes out all the time. You know
This is like and they not tied. This is what I'm talking about. It's like
on the side.
This is what I'm talking about.
And they off white, so the bright white strings is glowing right
Let's
now.
go, baby.
And the back part is 3M too, so because when the light hit it go crazy. But look, it's not about me. It's not about me, man.
Hey,
come on, come on, it's not about me. Hey, chick don't see no side.
You don't see over there like gassing. But I was like, let me go ahead and break these shirts out.
Clean, son. You know what I'm saying? That's a good look.
I had to bring out the red, black, and green joints. Shout out to Somewhere on 8th Street.
Yeah.
I got them from there. They had a drop, and I had to make sure I picked these up from somewhere. So, the thing is this, bro. That's what I love about you, is the fact that you come in authentic. You come in like when you came to the Beyond the Bar event we had. Remember that joint at the Gibson?
At the Gibson?
Yeah. Like, you was just there chilling. I was like, who's this guy? You know what I'm saying? I was just like, because I pay attention to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, but it was like, yo, just like you was just there chilling, you was doing your thing, and I was just like, that's what's up. And then we was able to vibe and connect after that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I love seeing us in creative spaces, us supporting one another. Like, that was huge because that was the first time for us doing an event like that magnitude.
It was dope.
You know what I'm saying? It was just...
Yeah, Capri was super dope. You know what I'm saying? At that event, everybody was dope. Like, my whole thing is that's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna do my thing. I'm not gonna be pressed to be like, hey, how you doing? I'm, hey, let's just chill, and everything will happen when the time is right.
Facts.
And that is a fact.
Timing is everything.
Timing is everything.
That's what people don't understand. You can't rush it. You can't
relax.
All right, I'm gonna say this. Right, I'm gonna say this. You know how the saying is, you can't rush fine wine. Yeah. You can't. You know who I do that for, right?
Yeah, I know, right? He's getting too much shine in my shows.
Look, you're the one dropping PDA posts.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a good talk.
I love it though.
Sister
I'm
Sunday,
ready
man.
for that, man.
We're gonna have you and wifey on the show too on Sister Sunday.
I don't know if y'all ready for that, man.
Yeah, we ready for it.
Dude, we coming up on 25 years, bro.
That's dope, son. That's a beautiful thing,
bro. 25 years, and I'm like, where did the time go?
Wow.
Like, legit, like, hey, neither one of I'm gonna get a little personal, and I'm gonna break it down. I normally don't let people know my personal life like that, but we on sipping with Brocky, and the juice is flowing and it's good.
That's right.
So
this is
what happened. You know what happened.
The further we get into the show,
no, but seriously, I actually don't mind talking about my personal life. Yeah. Honestly, because I feel if it can help somebody, it'll help somebody.
That's what it's all about.
So actually, I really don't mind that. And you can't use anything against me because you can't. Yeah. So, neither one of us came from marriages that were successful. Mm-hmm. So now you have two people who've committed themselves to one another, and like, it's us and nobody else. It's like before we got married, we was like, no third parties. So that means your mother can't say nothing, my mother can't say nothing. Right. My father, when he was alive, God rest his soul, wasn't going to say anything. You know what I'm saying? Right. So nobody was going to interject anything. Right? That was our first agreement. Yep. Right? I ain't gonna give too much because if you want to have this on there, we'll drop some more juice. Second thing was, it's us. It's us against the world. Not that the world is against us, but it's us. Like, we had to establish that. And once we established that it was us, no matter what, good, bad, lovely, ugly, you know what I'm saying? We knew as long as we was holding hands and we had each other's back, bro, couldn't nothing stop us. And that's like, and I think that's why we've made it 25 years. Like July will be 25 years, and I'm just like, it's crazy because I feel like we just getting started.
Right.
I literally feel like we're just getting started at times. I ain't gonna say my age. I might say my age.
Dude, I'm sitting over here like just thinking of the idea that you've been married for 25 years.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, us black folks, we getting younger, son. Like, dude, look like what? I'm like, what, you got married when you was like 17 or something?
Nah, son.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm 50. I hit 50 this year.
Word, man.
I hit 50 this year, bro.
What's your birthday, yo?
March 26th.
That's right. I'm the 29th.
Yeah, we 3 days apart.
Yeah,
like,
3 days apart.
That's why the vibe is there. Come on, man.
It's crazy.
So it's like, you know, I got married at 25, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny, we dated, like, we met in January. 3 months later, we kind of knew, like, yo, it's us. 9 months later, I proposed.
Word.
And it was like, yo, let's do this. We was married less than a year later. Folks was like, man, you talking about opposition? See, this is the thing. I'm gonna tell y'all something. When black people are like this together.
Talk to him, baby.
No, I'm serious.
Let's
dude.
go.
Listen, all right, can I drop a couple jewels real quick? When black people are like this together, nothing can stop us.
True indeed.
No offense to nobody else, but I'm black. I don't know what it means to be Asian, Chinese, or Puerto Rican, although I kind of vibe with Puerto Ricans just because, right? But, all right, anybody else, when we're like this, dude, we accomplish so much. So for us as man and woman, like, you know, my wife and myself, when we was just like, it's us, we had opposition, right? Up to like, I had people who was in my wedding. Yo, you sure you want to do this?
Wow.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, you can take yourself outside the wedding. I don't want to curse.
You can curse on
I can curse. Oh, cool. All right. Look, I'm like, you can take your ass on.
Right.
Like, don't question when I had dudes trying to tell me, well, you know, a man can have multiple wives. I'm like, son, what are you talking about? I can't listen. We dealing with one black woman. You talking about having multiple black women? Are you crazy?
Right.
And then so it was just like, but because we was on one accord with foundational things, I'll be like, yo, we'll mess around and elope. This was back in '96.
None of y'all got to be a part of it.
None of y'all ain't got to be a part of nothing. Like, real talk. So, because we had opposition, I'm like, whatever, man. And my whole attitude, the way my dad raised me, is that, listen, be who you are, be unapologetic. And this is before the term unapologetic
was even like popular, right?
Wasn't even powerful. My dad, when I was a youngster, a teenager, was telling me, be who you are, love yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And it was just like, let's go. And so that was just like, yo, I don't care what nobody's saying.
25 years later.
Dude, 25 years later, 3 kids, total of 5. She had 2 miscarriages.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Nah, it's bro, these are things that happen in nature.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I acknowledge that because we had 2 miscarriages before we had our oldest, and doctors told my wife, you won't be able to have kids.
Yo, man.
Man, whatever, though.
Taking guesses.
Whatever, bro.
Guessing.
So that was like, you know, for us, that's why we able to, like, with everything, you got your ups and your downs, you learning. That's why sometimes I say, like, I feel like we just getting started, especially, you know, with photography, with our business, and I'm like, people are like, you 50, why you gonna go into bartending? Because I can. Because I can.
Right. Look, y'all teamwork and y'all cohesiveness and y'all togetherness, it's admirable. And I love it, man. I love to watch it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Like, I love to see that kind of thing.
Appreciate it.
And 25 years, that's gonna be one of our topics. Is, you know, write that down, yo. Is conventional marriage a thing of the past?
Shoot, not at all, bro.
Right, because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people talk about that kind of thing. So we gotta talk about that, and y'all are a great example of You know what I'm saying? That bond.
Appreciate that, man.
That's dope.
Appreciate that.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying? I rock with y'all, yo. Even on a photo shoot, like, boom, he over here snapping, she over there filming. It's like, I didn't even know how this is gonna happen.
Right.
I didn't even know how this is gonna happen.
Right.
So that's dope, son.
That was
a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that was fire. I mean, that photo shoot we did with y'all, man, was like, it was a joy for us. And it was like when you reached out, I was honored because I'm like, yo, let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but we have been talking. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure out some way to be creative because you're dope. You know what I'm saying? I try to do my thing over here.
You're dope. Don't do it. Hold on, stop. I'm not even gonna throw your government out there.
Nah.
My guy Brocky is dope. Let's stop right
Appreciate
there.
that. But let's get together and figure something out. So when the time was right, that's what we did.
Yeah.
It was dope.
That joint was fire, man. I'm looking back. I look back on some of those photos and I'm like, dang, like it's crazy. So here's the thing: as a creative, it's wild because when I'm in the moment, like I see images, and you saw like when we was walking around, I was like, yo, come over, let's do this real quick.
Yeah.
Like I will see things before I can't explain. No, I don't. Yeah, I got a sixth sense. Maybe I got a third eye. I do have a third eye. It stays open anyway. I see things like I pay attention to light. So I'm always looking like what can be what photo can I create or what image can I make, right? So as we're walking around, I'm like, yo, come over here and do this. And it may not have been in the plan. That's why I have to keep it organic. Yeah. Because I'm like, people will say, yo, can you tell me exactly what we're gonna shoot? I need you to wear A, B, wear this, and that. If you tell me your color scheme, cool. If we got a location, cool. I'm gonna be organic because I know how I work as a creative. Right.
And look. So my whole approach to this whole sit down was, I didn't necessarily want to, and we can continue this conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to stop. Is to focus on the photography because that's obvious. He is one of the dopest photographers. Period. So check him out on that level. I wanted to dabble into that, but I wanted to talk about everything else, right? Because photography is obvious when you have Mayo on the show, but dude is out of control with the photography thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was. I remember that moment. You was like, all right, I need you to stand here, and I need you to take that drink, and I did this. Yeah. He was like, yo, get out my head, bro. I put it just like I knew that was that moment.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's a beautiful thing, yo. See, you have that creativity.
The synergy.
Yes.
This is what I'm saying. Like, if you're a creative, bro, I'm like, gosh, sometimes like I rarely get time to like really express what's here. Dude, I can go on for days and I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna do that to you.
We here.
The thing is this, when you're working with other creatives, right? And it was like I didn't have to tell you because it was like I saw that image in my mind and I knew exactly that synergy. Yeah. And you was just like, bro, you like when you went right into clasping the glass. Yeah. I was like, it was like a straight out of body. I was like, I wanted to punch you and hug you at the same time, like punch you as a brother, like, yo, you my G, man. Yo, it was like a dope moment, yo. It was such a dope moment, and I was just like, don't move, stay. And the same thing happened with Trina. Like the same thing happened with her with her wine glass, and I was just like, it's man. People talk about speaking things into existence, and I'm a firm believer that words have power. I'm a firm believer of that. Yes. I've seen it in my life. That moment, I was just like, this is crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. And that image, it's crazy. It was dope, man. I mean, Trina always messed with me about having these visions. Like I have a vision of how I want things to be, and there it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that lined up with what you had, your vision, and what you were coming up with on the spot. Like, like you said, like, come over here real quick. Come against this brick wall. Right. Or, oh, hold up. Chair. This platform. Yeah, I need to go get the chair. Let's go get the chair out. Hold
homie brought a chair to the shoot.
I did. I'm trying to tell you.
Chair and shot Trina up on the chair.
That's my joint.
It was insane. So, man, props. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna work again soon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're
That
gonna work
chair.
again soon.
Listen. So I go to. Me and Christina go to different spots to shop for things that we can use in shoots, and it might sit for a minute. But it's like if I see something, I'm like,
right.
I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
So I do research. I do research in the sense of if I'm shooting with a client, I will research people. I hit your IG page, I hit your social media.
Yeah.
Like I social engineer people. I'm giving away some tools right now. That's probably just because of my background, so to speak. So don't try to come at me because my security instincts will kick in. All right. So
and New York on top of that.
Oh my gosh, and New York.
I ain't trying to hear it.
Dude, you don't want them problems. So I was looking at, you and I had already had a relationship, but I had to dig a little deep, and I want to do some, digging on Trina, and I was like, yo, wine, cool. You know what? Wine is always, the aesthetics is always really classy. Not that whiskey or bourbon isn't classy. There's a certain aesthetic that I wanted to go with. You know what I mean? And so I was like, I'm gonna bring this vintage chair with us just in case I have an opportunity. And we saw that one spot. I was like,
platform.
Boom, that platform. I was like, let's go with it, and she killed it. Like, your queen was like,
she murdered that.
She murdered that joint. I was just like, all right, man, I'm done. Like, there's certain shoots that I'll be like, I'm quitting. I'm quitting after this. Like, I'm done. I'm not taking any more images. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, hey, you done.
Done with this. Yeah.
I'm like, done. I was like, that shoot was, that was definitely a great milestone for us, in the sense of working with another couple who's on fire and pushing not their platform, but really pushing a platform to showcase we have knowledge, we have creativity. Like, I love what y'all do, man.
And we're together, man.
Yeah, y'all together, man. I love what y'all do, and I'm just like, okay, I saw how y'all escalated this joint. I'm here for this, man. I'm like, let's go.
Only the beginning. It's a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, this. Make sure I get an autograph or something.
Oh, come on, man. Get out of here. Let's do, yo, man.
Can I get a little bit more?
Please, pour it, yo.
I'm gonna have to replace your bottle, man.
No, you ain't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Whiskey is to share.
It is always to be shared.
The value is in the moment. It's not in the booze.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So pour that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. The photography thing, son. Like I said, we ain't had to dive deep into that. I'm trying to tell you, you gotta check out my man and his work.
It is.
And this guy is on fire, son. Like, so the stuff he does, the cocktail stuff is nuts. Like, that's what I need to go do. I need to go. The
cocktail joint?
Yeah, I need to go watch your joint so I can take pictures of my own shit. Let me ask you this though before.
Go ahead.
What's your favorite whiskey cocktail? I meant to ask you that earlier.
Whiskey cocktail, Boulevardier.
Word.
Boulevardier is my favorite.
Indeed. Indeed.
So, it was old fashioned for a minute until I got introduced to a Boulevardier. And then I was like, stop the presses. I love the flavor profile with the Campari, with the sweet vermouth. Right. And I'm just like, okay, let's rock with this.
You doing any tricks with the Boulevardier yet?
Not yet.
Chocolate bitters.
I got chocolate bitters at the house. Now, I do chocolate bitters in my old fashioned.
Nice. Yeah, I put black almond bitters in my old fashioned sometimes.
I'm gonna do that with the Boulevardier.
And in my Manhattan, but the chocolate bitters in the Boulevardier, one of the dope bartenders, my man Brett, who's a scientist with this, recommended the chocolate bitters, and it's fantastic.
I already had 3 today when we was doing our other thing. So I'm gonna go home and do another one. I'm gonna have to test that out now.
Yeah. What sweet vermouth you like to use?
Right now I have Dolan's in the fridge.
Okay.
I got Dolan's in the fridge.
I keep Dolan. So listen, I'm not on some elitist shit right now.
No, I'm like,
I keep Dolan in the fridge for my everyday type shit. But Carpano Antica, shout out to my man Frank Mills. Carpano Antica.
Yeah.
And I got another sweet vermouth in the crib that I'm gonna show you when we get back there.
Hey Frank, you ain't even.
God.
Hold on. Frank, you ain't even tell me about that. That's all right, man.
You know, he's on the show. He's one of the early people.
Y'all
on
had
the
a
show.
couple joints though, right?
We did 2 joints.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my bro
one
right
when he was
there,
at Jack
man.
Rose, and one when he was at Royal Boys or
I
whatever.
love that dude right there.
Yeah,
Shout out to Frank Mills, man.
That's the guy right there.
Like a genuine dude that's been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anytime you see him, when you run into him, it's just like, it's love.
He's like the Busta Rhymes of bartending, the energy god.
Fact, dude.
Frank, I don't know if you ever thought about that, son. Anybody told you that? You the Busta Rhymes of bartending.
Energy off
skill set and energy out of here.
Off the rails. Man, no. Last year, so, all right, hold on. Last year, so DMV Black Restaurant Week, right, had, they brought in Crown and Hops. Shout out to T.O. and what's T.O.'s partner's name? I can't think of her name right now. That's a problem. Crown and Hops, right? Mm-hmm. They brought them in, right, for DMV Black Restaurant panel and the whole nine, right? Benny. Shout out to T.O. and Benny. So we did a party at Roy Boys, right? So me and Christina was there, cameras out the whole nine. I'm watching Frank just go nuts, man. I'm like,
it's crazy.
Yo, it's wild when he gets in that zone.
It's an experience.
It's an experience. You ever seen him in competitions?
Nah, I haven't seen him in competitions.
Man, you see Frank in competition, it's like, dude, all right, let's go. Like,
yeah.
And I've done shoots with him. Like, he's, Frank is. I call Frank up right now, and be like, yo, I got an idea. He was like, let's make it work.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. But you still ain't tell me about that Campari, Frank. I mean that
sweet vermouth.
That sweet vermouth.
Yeah, he put me onto the Boulevard. He got a tattooed on his body.
Does. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
which one?
Right, but he got the Boulevard recipe tattooed on the, you know what I mean? He put me onto that sweet vermouth, the Campari Antica. Yeah. Excuse me, the Antica, not Campari Antica.
The sweet vermouth?
Yeah, the sweet vermouth. I can't think of it. It's too much.
This is what happens.
This is what happens. But it's just much richer, much more depth than like the Dolan. Shout out to Dolan, nothing against y'all. I use y'all on a regular basis.
Right.
Keep it in my fridge.
That one is.
Yeah.
I like what you just said. Vermouth goes in the fridge, y'all. It goes in the fridge, y'all. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah, keep those aperitifs in the fridge. Yeah, we've been going, yo.
Yeah, I know. It's like, look,
we've been going.
We'll talk for days and we'll keep it like it's a lot, man. I appreciate you big time. Thank you for having me on.
No doubt.
Sipping with Brocky. This is what happens, man. I'm like, it's good juice.
Hey, he poured a heavy pour.
I did. I'm trying not to though. I'm like, no, your glass is deceiving. Your glass is bad.
These are little drinks I bought for. I threw a little housewarming drink. Yeah, y'all couldn't come. It was y'all anniversary, right?
Christina's birthday. Yeah.
And these little drinks I bought for the party, little plastic drinks, son.
These are like, I'm
gonna order some more every time I come to the rooftop. Yo,
this is where it's at, though. I try to keep it right. I try to keep it like, you know.
You got heavy pour, baby.
That's not heavy pour, bro.
You're responsible for that.
I'm very responsible for it. I will. I will own up to everything.
122.6 proof.
Dude, I own up to everything. I'm trying to tell you, I'm very responsible. I will own up to my mistakes, failures, and triumphs. I'm trying to tell you.
No doubt.
So this, yes.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming through, son. I just wanted to give people insight into who you are.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying, and your passions, and the things you love, the people you love, and stuff like that. Like photography, yes. Check him out as a photographer. We could have talked about that the entire time.
That would have took up a whole bunch.
It took a whole time. You know what I'm saying? But I wrote about that, and you
go check out that article.
Check the article out. You know what I'm saying? VIP Alexandria Magazine. I'm writing for myself now, though.
That's what's up.
Start my own blog and shit.
About time, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's doing that. Let's get that.
But yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Cheers to you, man. Here's to you.
Nah, man. Here's to us. Here's a family.
Indeed.
You know what I mean?
Tell people where to find you, though.
So easy to find me. Well, on social media is easy to find me. Mayo, the number 2 media, right? At on IG. Also, Mayo, the number 2 media.t2. I'm sorry. Mayo, the number 2 media.too. And then mayothemedia.com. Like, that's where you can find our work. That's where you can find, projects that we're working on. You know, anything that's coming out, man. My wife is the videographer. I'm the photographer. We kind of, yeah, she is, bro.
She's dope.
I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, that woman is fire. She'll send me stuff. Like, here's what people don't see. I'm gonna say this, and we can sign out. Here's what people don't understand about the creative's life. It's a 24-hour clock, bro. She's a night person. I'm the morning person. Like, I'll wake up at like 5 o'clock and I'll do work. I'll wake up and she'll just lay down, and I will have a video on my phone or something that she's worked on. Like, I need you to review this.
Done.
At 4 o'clock in the morning, bro. And I'm up like 5, 6, and I'm about to do some work, maybe edit some photos I need to get out or whatever like that. And I'm just like, are you serious?
Right.
But I don't knock her because that's her grind. And I'm like, to find somebody who is that passionate?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like, man, it's crazy.
Look how that works out, though. You know what I'm saying? The yin and the yang, right?
She is definitely, she's definitely the yin and my yang, bro. I'm the extrovert. She's the introvert. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted, though. She will. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
She keep me on point, man. So I thank God for her, man. And it's just, yeah, man. I appreciate you, man.
Son. She's dope, man.
Shout out to the queen,
you guys, man. I think we're gonna wrap, man. You know what I'm saying? You can hang out as long as you want, brother. Bro, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta go nowhere.
I ain't gotta work in the morning. I gotta work in the evening. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta work in the morning. I gotta work in the evening.
Word.
Serenata, but man, this has been.
I gotta come check you out over there.
You got to, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. We getting ready to change our menu. We getting ready to change our. Matter of fact, Monday we got a new menu popping out.
Okay.
So, that's the beautiful thing, man. It's just like it's constantly.
I miss Union Market, man, with the pandemic and everything. I haven't been over there, so now that things are opening back up, I have to come over there and check you out, son.
Got to, man. Definitely. We look forward to it. You know, we got space for you at the bar. You and Trina come through. We got wine.
Yeah, indeed.
We got wine for Trina. So, you know, chicks on the scene. We got wine for you.
Tell me when I'm coming.
Yeah, we got some stuff on the bar, cocktails that we do. I mean, AJ and Jeff, man, they are constantly like coming up with some crazy ideas, man.
No doubt.
So I'm learning from the best, man. I feel great about that.
Word, man. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother. Love you, man. Thank you, man.
Indeed, man. All love, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all watch this. I hope y'all get something out of this. If you didn't, you're losing out.
Hey, don't miss the boat, baby.
Don't miss
love
the
y'all,
boat,
man.
That'll be good.
Easy.
There we go.
Like, no matter who you are, you're my celebrity. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to make you look A-list, fire, the whole nine. You know, my mentor, Daryl Todd, who...
Shot him.
Man, shout out to Daryl Todd because he helped connect the dots. I would not be the photographer. Christina would not be the videographer that she is or photographer that she is if it wasn't for Daryl Todd. Like, real talk, I'm always gonna give honor to that dude. He's my friend. He's my brother. He'll he's asked me to teach classes. He'll have me do different things. You know what I'm saying? There's a relationship there that I cherish.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wouldn't be that creative if it wasn't for his influence. You know what I'm saying? So how I approach, I'm not saying it's exactly like he, but he helped me to shape my approach when I'm shooting clients.
That's dope.
And that is